In this episode, we make the 5-mile trek up Rio Lajas in search of a hidden waterfall. Rumored to be taller than the Montezuma waterfall, this hidden gem can only be accessed by hiking up the river and deep into the jungle. Come along as we disconnect from civilization and immerse ourselves in this vibrant ecosystem. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Now, let's get into the adventure. All right, we're back at it for day number 2 of 5 days of fun here. And our transition this morning was quite slow, so we're kind of on the lunch crew already. The time is 10:55 and we're making our way from Montezuma to Cabuya to do the Rio Lajas Waterfall hike. So this is a lesser known hike here on the peninsula because it does require some walking. So it is about a 5-mile round trip hike, which is about 2.5 miles each way. So for those of you who like to come here and just enjoy the beaches and do the short little jaunt to the Montezuma waterfall, this is definitely not for you. This is for those of you who want to get out there and explore, see what Costa Rican jungle has to offer. Y'all excited? Yeah. See, and they planned this too, they picked this. Look on these windows. It's dry season, y'all. It's hard to keep this carro clean. Our little hill to Montezuma. If you walk this thing on foot or do it on a bicycle, you'll see really quickly how steep it is. On Kingston. I think Kingston has traversed this more times than all of us combined.
Yeah.
I ran it a couple times, in my defense. I only rode the bike on it 2 or 3 times. Oh man, la marea roja. Qué malo. Bienvenidos a Cabuya. This is Rio Lajas, and this is the trailhead for the hike. So we typically will go here, enjoy the river. Wow, qué grande. Coco's already found some wildlife that she's trying to interact with. So like I said, this hike, we have done this hike once before, but we did it in December. So it was kind of at the tail end of the rainy season. So there was definitely more water, but we should see what this looks like now. It's 2.5 miles to get to the top. Got our feathered friends over here. So just the beginning of this hike, and it is super dry. The water has found its way. Path of least resistance on both sides, but definitely makes for much easier hiking. Those are wasps. Well, they didn't mess with me as long as you go through. Don't pose as a threat. The other option is going through the water. Chloe's nervous. We're gonna keep following this path around this side. This is one of the deeper parts, but still doesn't look like it's flowing very good. You're only 0.4 miles into the hike. Over here leading up to these properties. Giant pachote. Ancient trees. Looks like just us. Come on, Coco. You got it. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl.
Where's Coco? Can I pick her up, Dad?
Go for it. Alright, so now we have found a clearly defined trail. We're gonna start following a bit off of the Rio. As you can tell, this is obviously a very dry part of the season, but it's passable now, so we can fit in to do it right now. Alright, almost 1 mile. We've reached this little bend here. Kingston got himself stuck on an island. Had to find a creative way out. This is going upriver, so from this point, you take the little road here that goes up onto some private property. It's kind of like a trail, a quad trail, motorcycle trail. That'll intersect just it's a little bit faster than walking on the Rio, so we're gonna take that spot. Water break. This would have been the perfect time to bring the life straw, Acacia. This part of the trail goes through private property. Just cuts off the river a little bit. No pase, no pase. So this is the point when we just drop down off of that private property and we just continue on our way up the Rio. So keep following the Rio. We got less than a mile to go before we reach. There's one really big pool that's awesome for swimming, but that's where most people stop. If you keep going past that pool, there's actually a really tall waterfall. It's over 100 feet tall. Doesn't always have water running down it, just a trickle, but quite beautiful. So let's see if we can make it. Back at it again. Oh my God. Whoa, on cue. So we have reached the point where these rivers converge, or diverge, I should say. We're just trying to make sure that we are on the right track. The dog's chasing this duck. It's a Muscovy duck, Kasia.
Miss Marlo needs a way.
Yeah, no, we need to go right. A la derecha. Yes. At this turn, we stay to the right. No, not a lot. There was some, not a lot. So we're staying right. So we come to this little fork, approximately 1.74 miles. Stay right or straight at the fork. Whoa. Oh, Kingston has appeared to navigate beyond this little Costa here. Look at this magnificent pool. The maps isn't working anymore, and we're starting to second guess our decision to stay right at the fort, because we're just kind of going in and out of whether this looks familiar or not, and obviously it was a totally different time of year, so the rain flow, the water flow, and all the plants and everything looked completely different. So again, my GPS is not connecting, so I can't see right now. I'm pretty sure this is it. Whoa. You obliterated that rock. Didn't stand a chance. So we are just walking through the forest continually here. We're getting closer. We're about 2.3 miles in. These are starting to look a little bit different. 1 kilo. Kingston has taken to the water. Is that the only way? Pretty sure we have made it to the grand waterfall here. And it is super dry. Remember this plastic bag that's been hanging on this tree over here? Do you recall? Remember that? But yeah, it's a lot more dry over here than it was last time we came. Clock is not lying. It's 2.5 miles. This doesn't look nearly as majestic as it was the first time we came here. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is so dry. This was like a crystal clear blue, huh, Kasia? Like turquoise green. The dogs are like, oh yeah, this is good, we like this. I'm like, Gigi, don't do it. The pools were smaller, but there was more flowing water, so I think we should probably move on. So 2.5 miles, so this is exactly where we were talking about. This pool is during certain times of the year when it's not super dry, beautiful, deep blue green posas. You can see all the way to the bottom, about 12 to 14 feet deep, and water is flowing all over these rocks here. So this is a totally different look. This is the midst of dry season, so you know, we expected more than this, but I expected it to be at least a little bit cleaner to swim in. So, but it will be easy to navigate around the edge here. So once you get to this point, 2.5 miles into the hike, like up and around the edge to the top, and just in about a couple hundred meters is where we actually find, that's where we find even a bigger waterfall. But probably not much water this time of year. Let's check it out. Coco almost lost it and went all the way down. This is kind of cool though, these little pools going up. All right, llegamos. We have made it here. If we're being sarcastic, that's still actually pretty epic. Yeah, they're all being all sarcastic and moody. Like, dang. This is still epic. Tick check. All right, setting up shop, have a little picnic lunch, enjoy the views.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the ticks.
The ticks? And Kingston's got some little freshwater shrimp in here in the water.
I'm trying to catch one, because they're too fast.
It's a dry season, so some of these pools are clean, but generally speaking, the water quality is the poorest I've ever seen it. But we have this lovely place all to ourselves. So, no bad days. No bad days in Costa Rica. Pura vida.
Ah, they're walking on me.
Ah!
I don't know if I like this.
What is that? They're shrimps.
Those are those freshwater camarones. See them on the side of the rock.
Are those the ones that were biting me?
Having fun, Coco? Alright, we've made it back to the Posa. We got two ways, two options. We could take the route back down or we could jump in. Anybody gonna jump in?
No.
No, nobody's gonna charge? Whoa! Look at him.
This is why you should watch it. I almost fall every time, but I have.
Remember how beautiful and majestic this was the last time, Keisha?
This looks like a boat.
But the way the light was hitting, it was all green in here. Like, I don't even remember being able to see up here. No, I'm talking about the trees and everything. They were much more green around here. Everything just felt way more vivid and alive. Coco's stuck. What you gonna do now, Coco?
Yeah, Dad, did you see that? Coco was like rolling.
I did not catch that. I can see where she's stuck at right now. She's gonna have to make a decision real soon. I think she's beginning to realize there's only one way out of this situation. And that way is to swim, Coco. You gotta swim. Go, Coco. Come on. Venga. Yes, good girl. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. She builds the confidence. Yes. You don't need to look. She's independent. Yeah. Good girl, Coco. All right, as we track back here, we are about to reach the intersection where the river diverged into two different areas, and we thought we were going the wrong way, but lo and behold, we were going the right way. Things just looked a lot different the time of year we were passing through. So stay right at that fork. It is warm. The heat just radiating off of these rocks.
Not many. All that many frogs dead on the street.
It's a life cycle. Fish don't have much food.
These are smaller than the ones in the ice.
So this is the spot over here, right here behind me, that leads off to another Rio. Not sure where that one goes, but it's an exploration for another day. Check that out. Baby ducks. I mean, yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do. You let her go. Let her go. I think she's safer than Juju.
Juju's gonna try to pull them all.
The duck, mama duck might scare him away.
See, look. The mama duck is smart.
Look, she don't even know where to go either. So we have navigated our way through Rio Lajas up to Camelot, and we are about done. We have just about over a quarter of a mile before we get back to the car, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing some more human beings. But it has been fun. Awesome hike. Different in the dry season. Definitely want to come back again when there's some more water flowing down the river, but still very fun. Oh, King Boy. We are seriously I know I didn't get it. We're 1 minute away from the car and this guy falls in the water. We've been clowning on Keisha the whole day because she's been all losing her foot hiking.
I fell once, kid. It fell 16 seconds.
This guy took a dip and a drink. He got baptized by Rio Lajas.
Something's not bad at like sit. You know when you like sit down and then slowly slide in the water?
Got caught off guard the last part of the hike. Seriously, the last 50 meters Kingston fell down. That's tragic. Tragic. Don't ever let your guard down, please. So this is the Parqueo right here at Rio Lajas. Go ahead and end our hike. We made it to our destination, arrival. All right, good hike. Everybody got a little wet. Good? Fun though? Good attitudes? Good V-brays the whole time. So we ended up hiking about 5.5 miles. About 5.5 miles round trip. I'm trying to act like I don't hear him talking about ice cream right now. We haven't even had a proper lunch. We've been eating jerky. But they want ice cream already.
Get the goose. Red tide. Why is this so comical? No, this piece would get so
What's she gonna do?
This
Oh.
Look at shake the tortilla.
Yeah, you're not in your natural environment, Coco. I think you're out of your element. What you gonna do when you get there?
She gave up.
She's starting to realize that way. Like, oh, hold on, they outnumber me. Maybe I need to reevaluate my
Yeah,
plan.
they're gonna start chasing.
Get it, Coco.
Again, Coco.
Oh, look, the homies are coming from over there too. All right, y'all. This is Rio Lajas. Beautiful day. Thanks again for watching this episode of the Free Range Squad. Until our next adventure, pura vida.